For Best Music Coach, my name is Dan, and you are watching a Guitar Teacher's Reaction live and in real time. Hey chat, what's going on? Yes, we are live streaming this to the Cowboy Bebop original soundtrack. Now, I have never, ever, not once, ever, never heard this music before in my life. So I'll be reacting in real time. Sometimes I'll be pausing the music to let you know what I think afterwards, dropping in some little music theory tidbits here and there as we go along. Please click like, subscribe, and that little notification bell down there. And you can also join this channel to become a member. You can check out our #1 best-selling music books in the description below, as well as 50% off your first music lesson with one of our awesome coaches, including me. And lastly, but not leastly, please let me know in the comments what you thought about this reaction, what you would like to see next, and also what you thought about this soundtrack, or this score, as we might more appropriately call it, because it's actually for anime. With no further ado, let's get this thing rocking and rolling with Tank.
I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Yeah, Barry Sax. Oh. Ah. Okay, so that was awesome. That was so cool. Basically sort of like a minor blues with a B section and then a whole bunch of other fun stuff around it. I love that sax solo. Now what is interesting, I think, is that You know, this is called Cowboy Bebop. Now, bebop is actually a style of jazz, and you could hear some bebop language in that sax solo. Loved it. That big band sound was great. The arrangement was killer. Killer, killer, killer. Loved it. All right, let's keep on going with Rush. All right, bongos. And that's a trombone solo right now. Oh, listen to that chord building. Respect to Yoko Kanno. Wow, wow, wow. I am just loving this soundtrack so far. It is amazing. Of that on-be-da, on-be-da thing that was going on. Everything. Everything is great. Yes. Just yes. This next one is called Spooky Dokie. All right, get bluesy now. coming back to 1. There it is. Oh yeah. Interesting. Interesting bells in there. Ooh, love that. Oh yeah. That was so beautiful. So how did that sound get created? That was a harmonica being tied in with a resonator guitar. Wow. A really incredible sound. It really gives you that feeling of that sort of cowboy western sound. Let's keep it rocking and rolling with Bad Dog, No Biscuits. Oh, yeah, that's sort of like screaming sound. Woo! That has got to be the most bombastic big jazz band piece I've ever heard in my life. That was insanity. So you remember that one part where I was like, oh, you know how it sounds like someone's sort of like screaming there? That sounded like a saxophone player took their bottom teeth and stuck it on a reed, and then we're just honking on that horn to create those sort of overtone crazy high notes. Wild, wild, absolutely loving it. Let's keep it going with Cat Blues. Ooh. The arrangement is flawless. What an incredible, incredible arrangement. That also, that really high instrument we were hearing in your left ear, if you're wearing headphones or earbuds, sounded to me like a piccolo. That was crazy high. The next one is called Cosmos. So I think what's interesting about that is it's very Chet Baker, Miles Davis sort of style playing there. Beautiful, beautiful trumpet solo. The second one is called Space Lion. I feel like this is about to turn into a Sting song. Interesting. Ooh, listen to the pullback on those bass notes. So even though this last one wasn't very jazz, it had jazz elements in it. I mean, we had what sounded like an improvised saxophone solo. I think, and this is coming from the chat, someone was saying, okay, well, I've not heard a lot of jazz before. Well, great place to listen to jazz. Number one, this is a good jumping off point. This jazz is easy to listen to. It's fun. It's dynamic. It has a lot of energy. I'd also recommend checking out Miles Davis, Wes Montgomery, Charlie Parker, and John Coltrane as a really good place to start listening to some jazz. You're not going all the way back to the total OGs, but you're going pretty far back to where a lot of really great things happen. Yes, of course, if we're talking about big bands, Duke Ellington indeed, chat for sure. Okay, let's keep this thing, oh, and of course Dizzy as well, Dizzy Gillespie. Let's keep this thing going with Waltz for ZZ. That sounds like Came Upon a Midnight Clear. Beautiful. Ooh. Did not expect that. Okay, so a couple things. This was very interesting. It was sort of like a 3/4 country song. Someone in the chat mentioned lo-fi. Yes, those brush sounds, when someone uses a brush on the snare drum, sometimes they use that in lo-fi as well, or sounds that sound like it. I think what's very interesting, that what I want to talk about, is the very beginning, the very end, we could hear that the guitar was playing this melody that was incorporating chords and harmony as well. Now, we call this a chord melody, and the absolute master of chord melodies on the guitar is Joe Pass. You can check out Joe Pass, P-A-S-S. I've also put it in the chat. Let's keep this thing going with the next song, Piano Black. Very interesting. I got nothing more to say other than very interesting. This one is called Pot City. Oh yeah. So, speaking as a guitar player, I love songs like this because I love playing songs like this where someone's like, okay, the band's gonna do X. The band's gonna be over here doing this thing. Now, you've got 2.5 minutes to just play around with your pedals and do whatever it is you want to do. Those little microtonal expressions and things. Love it. Let's keep this thing going with Too Good, Too Bad. All right. Play it. You know, this bass line really reminds me of Chameleon. So, chat is talking about how some of these songs remind some people in the chat of musicals. Well, guys, yes, musicals are really interesting because they've played a very symbiotic role with other music genres throughout history. So, for example, a lot of the jazz standards we have were originally songs written in musicals that then jazz musicians took and played so that people would listen to them. Because if you're a jazz musician and you want to play a solo for like 10, 15 minutes, what you do is you get everyone's attention by playing a melody they recognize, and then you go ahead and improvise on that melody over different chord changes. So from that perspective, we had something come from musicals first, then go to jazz. But what's happening now and what's happened over the past couple decades a lot of times is musicals will take from an existing genre and bring that music into the show, and then it will be a rock musical, it will be a pop musical. I think there's also a definite specific type of feeling for different musical songs that you don't get other places. Like maybe Seasons of Love from Rent. I don't think we can call Rent a rock musical, but very original music there. Keeping it rockin' and rollin', let's go to Car 24. Ooh. I love the way the snare drum was mixed on this. If you guys want to hear some jazz that's sort of like this, where you have these sort of chord pads being played by horns and then other horns taking solos over it, and it's kind of weird, but it's headed in this direction, is Water Babies by Miles Davis. This next one is called The Egg and I. Oh, please. Sounds like a bagpipe in there now. So, chat, I'm right there with you in terms of categorizing what we just heard. It was like we had bagpipes, we had what sounded almost like an old military melody being played on the piccolo there, but it wasn't quite a military melody. And then we had this like sort of Brazilian drums under. I don't even know what to do with that. It's too much. Ooh, it was good. I just think maybe it doesn't fit into a box, and that's okay. Love it. All right, this next one is called Felt Tip Pen. So that was wild for number of reasons. One of the things someone brought up in the chat was, oh, why does this sound like SpongeBob music? Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's the tempo. Number two, it's the chords, it's the harmony. Number three, it's the use of the Hawaiian slide in SpongeBob. Here, I think this is slide on a resonator. I don't recall exactly the type of guitar that is used for slide in SpongeBob, but that's what brings that whole feeling home. That was a wild ride. This next one is called Rain.
I don't feel a thing, and I stop remembering. The days are just like moments turned to hours. Mother used to say, If you want, you'll find a way. But mother never danced through fire shower. Walk
Whoa.
in the rain, in the rain, in the rain. I walk in the rain, in the rain. Is it right or is it wrong? And is it here that I belong? I don't hear a sound, silent faces in the ground, the quiet screams, but I refuse to listen. If there is a hell, I'm sure this is how it smells. Wish this were a dream, but no, it isn't.
Whoa.
In the rain, in the rain, in the rain. I walk in the rain, in the rain. Am I right or am I wrong? And is it here that I
Hear those harmonics in the bass? Yeah, guitar. Good tone.
walk in the rain, in the rain, in the rain. I walk in the rain,
Amazing.
in the rain. Why do I feel so alone? For some reason I think of home.
That was masterful. Masterful. Okay, so not only just the arrangement where you had this organ doing this really interesting little buddy-da-da-da thing inside the chord progressions, which is creating this just feeling of destabilization and tension. But then on top of that, that singer singing like that guy has pipes. Let me tell you right now, that was in 1998. And on top of that, because you hear the crackling sound in his voice from the phlegm, the different things in his throat, you can't auto-tune that. You can, but it's really difficult. That was without auto-tune. Like, hands down, no doubt. I forget what year auto-tune got created, but even Melodyne, if you try and put a vocal like that into Melodyne to fix it, with those crackling sounds, it messes everything up. So you know for sure that that is a singing dude. Oh my goodness. What a voice. Okay, this next one is called Digging My Potato. like South American blues. So we also call the harmonica a harp, which is interesting because, you know, the harp you think like you play like this. They also nickname for harmonica is a harp. This is called memory. Very interesting. So that was the Cowboy Bebop OST from start to finish as it is presented on the original album. Thank you so much for joining me in exploring this incredible, incredible soundtrack. The arrangements are just insane. Instrumentation, incredible. The players themselves, fantastic. Please click like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on this video. You can also support this channel by becoming a member. Check out our #1 best-selling music books in the description below, and 50% off your first music lesson at bestmusiccoach.com. Please let me know in the comments what you thought about this soundtrack, what you thought about my reaction, and what you would like to see me react to next. I will see you guys next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day.